breaking news.
A Baltimore City police officer has been shot in Federal Hill. The police commissioner says the officer sustained a non-life-threatening injury. This is the scene along Light Street where right now there is a heavy police presence and a search for a suspect. Now, just moments ago, Police Commissioner Michael Harrison gave details of what happened. And we have this story covered on two fronts, the scene in Federal Hill and a shock trauma where the officer was taken and where other officers have gathered. We begin with Kelsey Kushner. Kelsey.
Yeah, Vic, well, we do know that that officer that was involved in this shooting was taken here to shock trauma. We're told that they are suffering from non-life-threatening injuries. Now, they were shot in the lower abdomen, but Police Commissioner Michael Harrison says that they are awake, they are alert and talking. He did just update media. Take a listen to what he has to say.
When the officer observed a vehicle driving in an erratic manner, the officer, believing that the driver was perhaps driving intoxicated, attempted to stop the vehicle. The vehicle fled upon the officer activating his lights and siren and drove a few blocks, went through a few intersections. The officer followed until the car crashed into a parked car in the area. The driver of that vehicle exited the vehicle after the vehicle crashed and began to flee on foot. Our officer courageously exited his vehicle and began to pursue on foot, at which time we believe the suspect turned and fired at our officer, striking him at least one time. What we know right now is that the officer was likely hit in the lower abdomen area, but perhaps in his bulletproof vest.
Now, Commissioner Harrison says that he was not able to actually speak with that officer because of COVID restrictions here at the hospital, but he did say that doctors told him that that officer is in good spirits. Now, again, he does say that that officer was likely wearing a bulletproof vest and that likely saved their life because that bullet only grazed their lower abdomen, and they believe that that officer will be treated without surgery. Now, police are asking for the public's help to come forward with any information they might have on that suspect. They say they are considering him right now armed and dangerous. Reporting live here at Shock Trauma, Kelsey Kushner for WJZ.
Rachel, thank you. Let's go now to Rachel Minitoff, who is live on the scene where the shooting happened. Rachel?
Vic, right now we're on the corner of East Henrietta Street and Light Street, but you can see that the scene is further down Light Street in the 1000 block, closer to East Montgomery Street. You can see a heavy police presence here, lights flashing, police officers talking to one another, presumably collecting evidence. And anyone who was in this area around 9:30 would have also heard the sirens blaring as one police car after another flew down Key Highway and here into Federal Hill. And here's what we know so far. According to Councilman Eric Costello, around 9:25, a police officer from the Central District was pursuing a suspect by car, and the suspect shot at the officer in the vicinity of Federal Hill. Baltimore police are now looking for the suspect, who is on the loose and believed to be armed and dangerous. And according to Baltimore police, the commissioner went to shock trauma, as Kelsey mentioned. The officer is now being treated at shock trauma. He sustained non-life-threatening injuries and is alert and is talking. So once again, what we know so far is that a Baltimore police officer was pursuing a suspect here in the center of Federal Hill. The suspect shot at the officer. The officer was immediately taken to shock trauma, where he sustained non-life-threatening injuries, but police are still searching for the suspect, who is on the loose and believed to be armed and dangerous. We know that the suspect carjacked a blue Toyota as part of the suspect's escape. So police are asking that if you see a blue Toyota, they're asking for the public's help in identifying the suspect and the blue Toyota that was stolen during this pursuit. For now, we're live in Federal Hill. I'm Rachel Minitoff for WJZ.
Rachel, we are also hearing that there may have been a second vehicle that was carjacked by the suspect. And we also know that there are a number of people right in the area who may have heard multiple gunshots. Have you heard anything along those lines?
Yeah, several people who live in the area have said that they heard several gunshots and screaming, commotion, and chaos. And then we, who were actually along Key Highway, saw a dozen police officers, a dozen police cars kind of fly by as they entered Federal Hill. And to your point about the second car, we're told that a blue Toyota was carjacked and that a second car may have been carjacked as well. It's not confirmed. Police say that they don't have that confirmed, but they know that the blue Toyota was carjacked and that a second car may have also been carjacked.
Okay, Rachel Middletoff, thank you very much, as well as Kelsey Kushner. This is a story that we will be revisiting later in this newscast.